Hello, hello, hello. We're back for part two of WIP-pin Wednesday. So these were the envelopes if you watched last week. Um, these were the envelopes I decorated last week with piano roll paper on the inside, music paper on the outside, and then napkins on the front. I've picked out some die cuts to go on here. Off camera, I have also created and inked the closures and picked out the brads that I'm going to use. I've had them in this little container. It's kind of helpful keeping my little pieces where I can find them, considering the last couple days have been insane. Now, I'm going to do this a little different than I normally do, attaching these, because I don't want the brad on the inside. So I'm going to do a different technique on those. Let's start with one. I do like the imagery here, so I don't want to cover it up too much. I'm just going to put this black silhouette die cut on here, and I'll be trimming off a little bit on the outer edges. There we go. My nieces were here earlier and crafting. Made these, used this glue, so it was a little dried at the top. And I'm using this glue because it is going to go over, it's going over the fabric of the napkin, aka the napkin, but it's also going to be going over the window. And this is two, this is one, and this is one. I think that one ends up still on the envelope. Just put some glue there just in case. If I put glue where I don't need it, it's okay. And cut it right off. So I am going to do just a baseline decoration on this. And I can add more to it when I go to put it into a journal. Is there glue on the back of that? Yes, there is. Okay. Let's do all the gluing first. Then I have this one, and there's two different dies. See, this is this one here. And then this is the second one. I'm going to glue them over on this side. Never noticed how much this one looks like a weird bird. It's like the eye and the mouth right there. One good thing about these really spindly ones is they do arc a little bit if you want them to. Yeah, like you can bend them this like this as you glue them. This a little lower, I think. I was initially thinking I wanted this in a different color, but The only other color I have already cut out is black. And he didn't really like the black. It kind of blended in because it's this corner is really dark. Kind of go like so. On that one. This is a project I've been working on, is making these little gnomes. They'll be in my, I'll be doing a listing soon. This is in the apocalypse. Whoa. I just wanted some words, something behind these trees here. Right about there. This is a piece of the words off of the piano roll, so they read upward. Soldiers of the sea, they fight wherever they're. I don't know the rest of the song. This is apocalypse. I'm gonna get all those little offshoots on this tree. And this one I'm going to put over here toward the edge and a little higher up. Then we do the lighter one. Okay. The lighter tree in the front of this one. Sorry, got distracted. Curse words. To make my system grow. Welcome to the new age. There we go. Glue. Our little gnomie. Right down here next to the tree. Trim. Then this one this has got a small window, and I thought this would look cute on the tag on the inside, but I haven't made the tag yet, so she's just going to be off to the side over there. I do need to add some glue right there, apparently. I could use my glue stick for this. This is a Daisy Avenue flower, and I've trimmed it down. It's actually got like probably 3 more inches off the bottom of it, but I trimmed it down so that it could fit on here. I think that's very pretty. It looks good against the pink and the purple. Now when I make the tag, see if I can get her down in there. She'll be on the tag and she'll be showing through the window. Like a dress store mannequin. But we're not going to do anything with her for now. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is attach these to their envelopes. So I have these ones that are like, they're double, so piano paper, brown paper, it's doubled like this, and then it still wasn't thick enough, so I glued a piece of manila folder to the back of them, so it's like 5 layers thick for the paper. Call them paper buttons is what most people call them. I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do on this one is I got to figure out where my other one is going to go. And it looks like it'll be right about there. Oops, I put my markers away. Just need a hole. Jiminy's. Actually, I don't even need to draw that now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm going to glue these ones down completely. Yes. I was second guessing myself. So I will have holes that I'll need to, brads that I'll need to tape over the backs. I was thinking I could do them like faux, but these are little spacers. I saw this, I don't remember whose channel it was on, but I was like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. They're meant to be on the backs of eyelets. Actually, let's go this way. I should do it the other way. Actually, what I should do is wait for it to dry before I try to do something else. I just almost ran over my own foot. that is not going to reach. Ooh. That's probably not going to reach either. Okay. Go through here. We're going to punch our hole. I'm going to put one of those. Now these are kind of, they fit in the holes, whereas normally I would want them to sit above it, so that, because it's designing a space in between these is what it's supposed to do. But because I had a different plan in mind, I actually started out this and I was going to use magnets, but none of my magnets are strong enough. So, changed plans, but I'd already hole punched everything, so. Well, part of the problem is that I didn't realize that my brads, some of my brads are not, or my eyelets are not magnetic, which I didn't know, until I put one through. In fact, it was on this one. I put one in there, stuck a magnet in the back, and then, erp, you have no magnetism. Like, well, that's fantastical. So I'm not gonna mark. I'm just gonna eyeball where this one's going. And then I'll poke the hole in it and when I get these other ones done. This one, because of where this other brad needs to go, I had to add a little piece of folder back in there, but they'll be covered by these. But otherwise I would have been putting a brad through that, you know, that cellophane there. And that would not be super productive. There. We're gonna eyeball it and try to line those holes up. Okay, and then this last one. It goes on there. You could put the glue on the wrong side of this one. Oh well. Okay. Take this, puncture the hole. Little bit of glue around the edges there. We're going to put another one of these metal rings. You're not going to see these. I said I don't remember whose channel it was on that showed, you know, because she doesn't use these part of the eyelets either. I don't use them because I seem to mess them up every time. And they don't work the way they're meant to. So I thought this is a great idea. I don't know how well it's going to work with these because, like was saying earlier, they're meant to be on top of the little circles and not like in the center of them. But since I'd already had my holes punched out, I couldn't go back and fix it. I mean, I suppose I could have just put these in my stockpile and got new ones, made new ones. But why does that look so stinking crooked? Oh, did I punch a hole in that other one? I don't think I did. Probably would have remembered that, since I had to go through, would have had to go through cardstock. Now I've seen her also, whichever creator it was, also put these back to back so that it creates a whole thing, and glued one on each side. But see, that one is still looks way totally crooked. I think that's better. Okay. And then I didn't, yeah, see, I didn't do the hole on this one. It's going to be a little more challenging, like I said, because it's going through, instead of going through napkin and envelope paper, it's going actually through like cardstock paper. Now, I just got to remember which one of these I picked out for which. So this was for one of those ones. This was for one of those ones. Those other ones, and are these the same colors? Yes, so these are for this one. So we're going to go take a brad through the hole. Through the hole. I'm going to kind of separate the legs a little bit before I stick them through there so that I can find them on the inside. In theory, this is the part I really don't like anyway. Oh, see? We're not wanting to stay glued. And then, once you're in there, squish those legs apart on your brad. So, what I did, through the top, through this hole, comes out the bottom, and just spread the two little feets. Now, since this is on the inside of a pocket, I am going to need to put something in there so that it doesn't hang up the tag. Same with here. I don't have to put anything there if I don't want to, but in here, definitely, because otherwise it's going to hang your tag up. So this is the tricky part, is getting things in there. And glued where you want them. Somehow or another I managed to actually get that on there, so good. So yeah, my holes are a little bigger than I would like for them to be, again, because I cut them based upon eyelets, not brads. Let's see if I can just get them smushed down there so they're on there tighter. Okay, and then again. In. Ugh. In, please separate. Okay. Does still move a little bit, unfortunately, but it's just how it's going to have to be. Stick some tape up in there, take a peek down in there and make sure that it's actually over the pieces like I want them to be. Now, if I was going to do this and do them as fake ones, but there were not enough, oh, like I said, my magnets, my brads are not magnetic, so. For the end, ooh, I'm at the end of my tape. Just using just plain old Scotch tape. You can use anything because you're not going to see it. It's inside of your pocket. Okay. This one. And then the last one. Had an extra one. With these cute little pearly pink ones. It's funny, when my niece was here earlier, she was, her sister wanted to make something in her journal that would spin, and I was sitting there trying to think how to make that happen, and her older sister was like, what about those, and I'm like looking at her like, okay, what are we talking about here? I was trying to, get her to like finish a full sentence so I could try to guess what she was talking about. She was talking about brads, which we ended up doing. It was an excellent suggestion. So now in her sister's journal, there's a spinning element. This one needs to go in this way. Hey, let go. I didn't want you glued yet. There we go. And the last one. Again, spread them, try to tighten them down as much as I can. Give them a little tap-tappity. Dangerous to do with an awl. Stab myself on the other end of that. Then I grab my ball of stuff and figure out some colors. So this is just straight up, it's embroidery floss that I got at a secondhand store. This is how it was sold, is in a bundle, a ball. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thread here and I'm going to go up in between the two circles. Get up in there. Tie a knot. Cut this little tail off. And what I try to do is I get the tail and I go up underneath that little in between and where I'm tying them. And then just go inside there and snip it. Why are you not snipping thread though? I don't understand. These are new scissors. So it's secured there. And then you go here, here, here. And I do leave a tail just in case I want to put a charm on there, which I'll decide at the point that I want to use this. So you can just go in circles or you can do a figure 8. Some people like the figure 8. Like so. My napkin and I are not having good conversations tonight, though. This is really wet glue. I shouldn't use that one, but that's okay. Now, the policy, the figure 8, I like, but I also like it just circled. So there's that one. She goes with that one. Thinking since I got the green going down here, dark green. Hey, light, excuse me. Oh, I know what's pulling on it. I need a new overhead. Do I want that one or do I want dark? Yeah, I don't want that one. Okay, this one's gonna have less. Nope. I have enough thread here, I don't have to argue with it. Let go of my finger, please. So again, in between the two. Tighten that down. You can only go so far because it's tightening around the brad that's in between. So you don't have to worry about like snapping something off in the middle. One more. And down. And then I'm going to snip. Okay. And I have this one. Almost like maybe this color. I like this one, but let's see if I have a full. I like this one better. Okay, we're just gonna double it then. It's halved. There's only three strands. So it's all good. Again, trim it off. Save my orts. You've never heard that term before. It's little bits, left over. I do have twine. Should I do twine on this one? Sure. In between. Had a thick spot. I've seen people leave these little tails on. I prefer to take them off just because I feel like it's adding a tangle spot where there doesn't need to be a tangle spot. So kind of creating a problem where there doesn't need to be a problem. But it works the same with twine as it does with string. You could do yarn, whatever. Again, leaving it long. So if I put a charm on there, put this away. Put this all away. And here we go. We got this one. Got this one. This one. And this one. So when you glue these into a journal, so say this is your signature page, you can either glue it completely, glue the whole back, glue it down. You can glue it here, here, and here and have another tall pocket behind it. Or you can go here, here, and here and have a side pocket. So you got 3 different ways that you can put it in your journal. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. That is one advantage to having both of your strings and not having the string wrap around to tie these closed, because if you're wrapping, you can't glue them in any way, shape, or form. The string's going to get in the way. You're not going to be able to open it. So yeah, I like the 2 on the front and just wrapping, you know, the traditional policy closure. But there we go. Thanks for tuning in with me for another Wednesday. Glad we got these ones done. I can put these over in my done ephemera box. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next video.